Another good way to start the day, great way to start the day, is IBC Black Cherry Soda. It's the best soda ever. Hey there, it's Monday, the 14th of March, 2011, I think. Things aren't looking too good on the home front. George just took off with one of Mariana's kids to, they're moving her to University of Virginia Medical Centers. I guess, according to her, one of the kids that I talked to, he doesn't think she's doing that well. You know, he doesn't think she's holding up that well. So I'm having to think that from the nonverbal communication with my discussion with him, it seems like she's doing worse than she was before. So anyway, hopefully she's gonna get better, but I have a bad feeling about this whole situation. George, a lot of times, will pretend he's in control of things that he's not in control of. Years ago, he had said he made a deal with this guy down in the middle of Portland, Pennsylvania, so that I could store my cars on his lot, and so I figured, oh great, you know, so I brought 13 cars. At the time I had fleets of stuff, and I was doing good, so I brought them all out so I could clear them out. I brought them all down to the parking lot that he said that he made the deal with the guy who owned it. And like less than a week later, I drove down there and they're towing them out. I ended up losing half my vehicles. I had to give half my vehicles to the tow truck place because I didn't have the cash to pay all the bills, and I had nowhere to bring them to get the other half of the cars out of Hock, which were incurring like $100 a day storage and whatnot. So anyway, at that time I learned a lesson to take what he says as a grain of salt, because a lot of times he'll take something that's not solidified and portray it as if it is a totally solid deal. So I have to assume that I'm on unstable ground here as far as the apartment is concerned, and I'm going to start pulling stuff out. There's really not a lot that I really care about in this apartment. There's probably maybe $5 grand's worth of stuff. I'll just start pulling a lot of stuff out so that I can have everything down to where I can exit in under an hour, and that would be good. If I have hardly anything here and I can exit in an hour, I'll have a list, then I'll feel safer. Because now, especially that I have a processing center, I at least have a place where things could theoretically go if worse came to worse, and I had to leave the area. So it's just a bunch of weirdness. Anyway, today I'm going down to I'm going to work on the miscellaneous junk on the Blazer. So the Blazer's down to where I only need to put in a filter and the ball joints. And I'm going to assume that I can still work on that Blazer here for right now, but I'm not going to assume it to the point where I burn bridges based on that assumption. So I'm going to make sure, in other words, that I have contingencies open at all times, because that's what's always burned me up, is you go down where you have not enough contingencies, and I've had them triple nested contingencies that have all fallen through. So anyway, you have to have contingencies, and they have to be isolated contingencies that are isolated from whatever system it is that the contingencies exist in. So I have that twice over with the mysterious benefactors processing center, and with my normal processing center, and this here. So there's at least 2 other contingencies beyond any potential happening. The thing I don't have is huge cash buffers which would be necessary if I had problems with the storage, which that's a big problem. I have redundant transportation, which you have to have redundant transportation. It's just prudent. You know, people who have one vehicle and don't have enough money to rent a car at a moment's notice for an indeterminate amount of time are whacked. As simple as that, because you end up, if you don't have a social support group, what do you do when your cars break down? You have to be able to just get in another car, turn the key, and keep things going on. So that's what I've achieved, and it took me years to get that back that way. Right now I'm trying to reduce the fuel outflow, which is getting worse and worse, costly. So anyway, what I'm going to do is start eliminating the stuff in this apartment, and try to get the Blazer ready to deal with today, and yeah, I'll start on the apartment project today, and then I'll just continue with the paperwork projects and everything else, and that's the plan. So alright, I moved some this box and some suitcases to this unit. It's really chilly and yucky today. I haven't really been able to get motivated on getting any of this stuff done. Well, George isn't around now at the house. I don't know how that's going to affect anything later. I really can't. All I can do really is just put these parts on. We've got the inside left rear door panel has to be repaired, because I had to repair the lock because one of my passengers had forced the door handle and bent the lock thing, and I fixed it. I just had him put the door piece back on. I need some insulative material. So this stuff April's sitting on, maybe I'll use that. That's out of the van roof. I'm not going to reuse that. And I got to put this back piece back on, but I have to fix a latch here. I don't know how much you can really see. It's dark in here. Anyway, I don't know if I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to get an earlier start on that. I'm going to go try to dig some more junk out of the trailer by the side of George's house. I have to have that clear, so I have a place to that and my truck clear. So if my Virginia apartment fails, I have to have a place to put stuff in a hurry. So I'm going to go home and work on this stuff. I'm going to get these tires pumped up and see if I can find out where they're leaking. I just stopped at Lowe's and picked up a couple of these hefty storage things for my receipt system. Well, that's about it for today. I'm just sorting paperwork. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get some boxes. I went to Lowe's. They have all cheesy boxes. I really hate to buy cheesy boxes because they're out of the ones that I normally buy, and they usually have some pretty good boxes. But what I'll do is I'll just use the ones that I have. I'll just buy some tape. I don't know if... Oh yeah, I should have enough on Lowe's to buy some tape. What I want to do is start packing up some of this apartment so that I'm not so much at risk. And tonight I'll just finish with the paperwork. That's about it. But tomorrow I'm going to concentrate on reducing my risk on this apartment, and possibly working on the blazer a little bit. And if the garages are open, I may do some digging in them if they haven't double locked them at that point, which I'm surprised they didn't double lock them today. There's also some financial issues that have come up that are putting my garages at risk, that are being double locked. So hopefully I can deal with some of them tonight. But anyway, it's an adventure. I'll see you tomorrow.